Let's bring you some comments, quotes directly.
Would have given them half an hour, to really. The crowd were brilliant tonight. They were really up for this game, and they got encouraged. And to be fair, the players performed like the fans did. It was excellent tonight. They really was. And I think if they play like this, they will 100% qualify for the Champions League. But that is minimum requirement. We're talking about a team who won the Premier League last season. This tie was lost in the first leg. He will be kicking himself. After the evidence of what we saw here tonight, Arne Slot will say, why didn't I go? I know it's easy in hindsight, but he said, why didn't I go over there and have a go? Wade never laid a glove on them over there in Paris. And they got away with a 2-0 defeat. But tonight, I thought they were really, really good. They were sharp in out of possession. They looked like they were aggressive in the press. They nicked the ball off of PSG time and time again, but they really didn't have that quality. And the quality come from one man in the end, Dembele, Ballon d'Or winner. They break away. You always felt like they're going to have the quality, and he gets it on the edge of the box. He feints to shoot, drags it back onto his left foot, and he passes it into the bottom corner. And then the second goal was, Liverpool are pushing forward, but Barcola goes down the left-hand side, squares it to Dembele. It's an easy chance for him. Right foot underneath Mamardashvili, and 2-0, and it was over anyway. As soon as the first goal goes in, if it was PSG's, it was over. If they would have got the penalty, ifs, buts, maybes. Unfortunately, that's what we're left with. But I was really encouraged with the performance of that Liverpool side tonight.
You said Slot will be kicking himself for how he set them up in that first game.
Yeah.
Will he be kicking himself at all on reflection for his team selection tonight? Because he started a half-fit Isak.
Yeah.
But when he brought on the two players who scored the goals at the weekend against Fulham, in Salah and Ungamoa, that's when Liverpool carried a real threat.
That is a real strange decision when someone starts the game and you announce before the kickoff to the whole world that he can only play 45 minutes. And then Ekitike looks like he's got a bad one, by the way. Looks like that might be an Achilles. And then that means his World Cup's over. That looked a real bad one. He never moved. No one near him. He looked like he was looking to take off. But then he's struggling then. What's he going to do? I mean, he can leave Isak on. He's told everyone he's going to bring him off. And he brings Gakpo on and plays down the middle. Gakpo did all right tonight. But I think it was a good performance. A strange decision, certainly in the first leg. And with that selection of Isak just for 45 minutes. But it just shows you they've got some quality players, especially in top area, the likes of Doué, Kvaratskhelia, Dembele. But the man of the match tonight was Marquinhos, the captain. That, if anyone wants to be a leader, and you got a Virgil van Dijk, Canates, anyone you like, and we talk about lack of leaders across the Premier League, look at this kid. Look how he leads everyone. He doesn't give anyone good news all the time. Sometimes he digs them out. He's berating his teammates, but he puts his body on the line and he fights. And when they have to dig in, he rallies everyone. He organises. He's an absolute legend of a player. That is why he's been PSG so long. He's 32 next month. Wonderful footballer. But it's not all about pretty patterns. It's also about digging in when you have to, and they had to tonight.
And that goal-saving block he made on that Van Dijk
incredible.
First time, he celebrated like a goal, didn't he? By the way, Isak 5 touches in that first half. He went
that many?
5 touches only. That many. Liverpool, but second half, just to demonstrate the point Tim was making, 17 shots Liverpool had in that second half. Could have been such a different story had the penalty stood, had they taken one of those, etc., etc. For Arne Slot then, firstly, will that performance in the second half especially even in defeat, take some of the heat off him? Yeah. And secondly, how much does he now need to make absolutely sure Liverpool are back in the Champions League next season?
Oh, 100% he needs to do that, for me, to keep his job. I mean, it's incredible. We're talking about a manager who won the Premier League last year, should be able to keep his job. I think he should anyway. I think he's got enough credit in the bank. But that second half performance, he has to be encouraged by that. And it's a fashion at the moment, unfortunately, with the fans. When they lose a game, they're very upset about it, and they boo them at the end of the game. They're never tonight. They cheer them off the pitch tonight. They appreciated the effort they put in and the quality and the organisation. And I think that Arne will take he should take the credit because he got it right. He got it wrong over there, and he has to put his hands up. It's about a two-legged tie. They lost it in the first leg for me. Second leg, they chased the game, lost the second goal. But it was a real positive performance for me in Liverpool's side.
And we'll see how they rebound in the Merseyside derby at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Live, remember, Super Sunday, 2 p.m. this coming weekend against Everton. So no heroic comeback for Liverpool at Anfield. It was very nearly one for Barcelona.